Coming up on After the Whistle, postseason play continues with both district and state playoff games on the docket.
We'll have highlights as Central and Bedford look to keep their seasons alive, and Richland looks to keep things going.
Plus, a look ahead to Penn State's home finale with Rutgers. After the Whistle starts now. Hello and welcome back to After the Whistle, brought to you by Calm Radio, Center County Report, and Penn State's chapter of Awesome. I'm Jordan Mansberger.
And I'm Tori Kashadi. We made it all around Central PA tonight to both district and state playoff games. We've got some action that you don't want to miss.
That's right, Tori. We went around to a lot of different games tonight, so without further ado, let's look at some highlights. Let's start off with our game of the week. Bedford and Central squared off at Tiger Stadium in Hollidaysburg for a first-round state playoff matchup. Time to dive into some highlights. Early in the first quarter, quarterback Mercury Swain threw an interception to Joshua Beisinger on the first possession of the game, and that would set up Central's first scoring drive as the Dragons get the first touchdown of the game. Then, early in the second quarter, Trent Price would punch in the ball from 2 yards out and tie the game at 7. Central would get the ball back, though, early in the fourth quarter. Jeffrey Hohenstein's 6-yard touchdown rush ties the game back up at 14. Late in the fourth quarter, Central would get the ball back, 2nd and 4, and Hohenstein does it again with a 4-yard rushing touchdown. That'll wrap the game up 20-14 after a Central missed extra point. Now to Derek Hyde, who has more from this game.
It was a month and a half ago when Central took on Bedford, and Central was able to take that one at home by a score of 41-27. Bedford had a chance to rewrite history right here at the state playoffs, but on a drive that could have given them the lead, they fumbled the ball right where I'm standing at the 10-yard line.
Well, you can't game plan turnovers. You can try to play good defense, tackle hard, grab for the ball, but you can't plan that.
But the real star of the game was Central's quarterback, Jeffrey Hohenstein, who had 3 touchdowns on the day.
We knew we had to adjust to the run game a little bit more, and if that meant I had to run the ball, then that's what we had to do.
Right. With this victory, Central will go on to the state quarterfinals to play either Grove City or Slippery Rock. Reporting from a chilly Tiger Stadium in Hollidaysburg, I'm Derek Hyde.
Central will take on the winner of tomorrow's matchup between Slippery Rock and Grove City.
Next up, it's District 6 Class 2A championship game between 8th seed Forest Hills and Richland. Let's head over to Mansion Park in Altoona for some highlights. These neighboring schools that are just a rock throw away from one another each traveled 45 minutes to play each other. So let's get into it. The first play, and it's a fumble from Forest Hills, and Sam Penna returns a fumble for a touchdown. And on the next one, Sam Penna, he makes a great catch. And that is right inside for the 5 for the Rams. And now the next play, Keelan Stahl takes it for himself to score. It's 13-0 Rams. And in the middle of the second corner, we see that Sam Penna finds the end zone with a toe tap touchdown, making it 21-0, wrapping the game up 35-6, Richland.
Now to some 1A action. Top seed Juniata Valley welcomed Portage tonight with a spot in the district championship on the line. Let's take a look at how it all went down. So we see here both teams running through their respective banners. Tori, a little bit of a waste of paper here, but nonetheless, I support it. As we see here early on their first drive of the game, Juniata Valley, Jacob Rodkey, a 19-yard rushing touchdown. Then, after that, Juniata Valley would muff a punt, and after some confusion, Portage would get the ball back, but they would be unable to capitalize. Then a little bit of confusion here, but it's a quarterback keeper as Lambert takes off down the sideline for a 91-yard touchdown after making a man miss, and the Hornets were buzzing early in this one. We take a look back here after that, and that would wrap it up as Juniata Valley would hang on 21-7 to beat the Stangs.
Let's take a look in our own backyard at the State High Little Lions. These photos come courtesy of Leighton Smithwick. State High took a trip to Hazeltown tonight to take on Delaware Valley in the first round of the 6A state playoffs. The Lions were victorious 28-19 to move on and will face the winner of tomorrow's Wilson and Harrisburg matchup. There's still a lot of great other games on the docket tonight with both state and district playoff matchups. Today we got Bishop Guilfoyle and Homer Center, and Bishop Guilfoyle laid the smackdown 28-0. The State College Little Lions 8 Delaware Valley 28-19. And now we're moving over to Jersey Shore and Allentown Central. It was 20-7. And then Southern Columbia smacked Mount Carmel 41-14.
Now it's time for the best play of the week. Who had our play of the night? Let's take a look. As we look back here, and was it ever really a question as we go back here to Lambert Palmer, that touchdown that put the Hornets up 14-0 before half, and bing bong, Hornets were buzzing early in the end zone. Never really a question in this game, Tori, as they held on, and just really, never really much of a game for it.
Penn State has its home finale tomorrow against Rutgers, as the Scarlet Knights will try to spoil Senior Day. Penn State will try to work out their shortcomings and snap a home losing streak. Kelly Warner previews the matchup.
A late-season Rutgers game is usually a brush-off for Penn State, but it's been a rough stretch for James Franklin's squad since the Iowa loss. The Nittany Lions have won just one since then and have lost their last two at home. Despite the downward spiral, there are some bright spots, like wide receiver Jahan Dawson, a semifinalist for the Biletnikoff Award. Jahan Dawson is going to beat 1,000 receiving yards on the season in this game. It's just a matter of how much he does it by. He has 993 yards and 9 touchdowns on 80 receptions this season. And on Saturday, he's taking on a Rutgers defense that does not have an answer for a player like him. Another bright spot, the defense, which will again be a key to tomorrow's game. The Scarlet Knights have a chance to be bowl eligible with a win, their first bowl bid in 7 years. Penn State hopes for a bounce-back win, and even with recent challenges, they're dialed in.
I try to keep our players and our program focused on being the best we possibly can be today, and trying to be 1-0 each week to try to keep our preparation and our approach consistent from week to week, no matter the outcome.
Besides getting back in the win column, the Nittany Lions have some other things on their mind. Some fans are questioning Franklin's postseason plans and wondering if quarterback Sean Clifford and other seniors will play their final game at home. It may be an emotional game in Beaver Stadium.
Penn State leads the all-time series 29-2. Tomorrow's game kicks off at noon, and you can listen live on Penn State Com Radio. Well, that's all for tonight's show. I'm Tori Kashadi.
And I'm Jordan Mansberger. Join us next time. We'll be back with more District 6 playoff action right here after the whistle.